Hey everybody, my name is Nathan and this is Jeff Packer, and we're grateful to be with you today. We just finished our weekend introducing our next code statement, which is relentless pursuit of one more. And what we mean by that is we're going to go after the people who Jesus would have gone after here. And it was a great weekend. It was powerful. And this process of creating the code started with the leadership team, which Jeff is on. It's the elected leaders from the church who aren't on staff. And we went away and started having these conversations about what has made us us. And this is one of the code statements that came up first and has maintained all through the months and months of process. And Jeff was there and was actually part of it. And it's a beautiful thing. It means so much to us. It means so much to me. And we want to know how much it means to you. As you think about relentless pursuit, this consistent, never-ending pressure in one direction, we're always asking the question, who are we pursuing? But what I'd love for you to answer is your thoughts about the code, but this question, and put it in the comments below. And this question I want you to answer. What is getting in the way of you pursuing people for Jesus? Or what is getting in the way of you being pursued by Jesus? So while you're thinking about that, Jeff, you've been here from the very beginning of this process. You've been at the church for so long. I'd love to hear what you think when you hear relentless pursuit of one more.
Yeah, great. I think that that's who Life Church is and who we've always been. Back when we were at Field Elementary School, we talked often about this idea of we will do whatever it takes to continue to pursue people for the gospel. And if we've got to go from one service to two services, we will do that. Because if one service is full, then we can't have more people come. And so the whole idea was whatever we did was always in the idea of making more space for people to experience God and to develop that relationship with God. And so that's just who Life Church has been ever since the beginning. And so I remember it being modeled well to me, this idea of whatever it takes, kind of, and that's been a church plant kind of mentality that is really the grit of who Life Church is. Yeah. And if we can really continue to operate and live into that, I think that that's something that God wants for our church. I don't think God wants us to get comfortable with, oh, these are the people, and that's it. And we don't have any more room for people, and now we're a closed door society. And I just don't think that that's part of the gospel. Jesus went to pursue one more, as the sermon talked about today. I mean, just to go across the lake, which obviously was a daunting task, to save one guy who's been just haunted from demons, and then just to leave. It makes a big difference. And I've always thought about, what if that one person that led Billy Graham to Christ, or that one person that led Martin Luther King Jr. to Christ, what if that person just said, nah, I'm going to just be comfortable. I'm not going to share my faith. I'm afraid to do so. What if they didn't do that? What kind of impact would our society have as a result? And so I just think that it is so important for us at Life Church to continue living into the relentless pursuit of one more.
Incredible. I couldn't have said it better, Jeff. You should have preached the sermon. It would have been shorter. It would have been like really right there.
No. I have a way of making everything longer, so don't worry. I would have made it a lot longer. But it's just the idea of us just loving people enough to get in the way of their eternity.
That's a good line, Jeff.
And
that's so good.
And I just think that I'll never forget a sermon that was preached way back in the early days of Life Church, and it was based on a book called "When the Game Is Over, It All Goes Back in the Box," and it's Ortberg was the author, and he said this quote: "If Satan can't make you bad, he'll make you busy." And I think that oftentimes as people are thinking about this question
Yeah.
of what gets in the way
Right.
of relentlessly pursuing one more, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people just said, well, I'm just too busy.
That's good. I think that is a challenge that we can accept and go after. Jeff, thank you so much. Just so grateful for you and the leadership team has been part of this code process. It's been incredible to watch that. Answer these questions. Wrestle with this. What does it mean to adopt this as your own? Again, write your comments. Any questions you have, we want to engage with it. We are grateful for your time. Also below in the link is an opportunity for you to watch the sermon if you weren't able to be here. We have it recorded. We'd love for you to be completely caught up on all of the code sermons. If you're just checking us out and you're like, wow, who are these people? We would love to have conversations with you about who we are, but more importantly, what Jesus is doing through this church in our community. Comment below. We'll look forward to it. See you later.